Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ATS. Welcome to Clumsy Trucking. How are you guys doing? Hey Sam, Ash, and Arturo. Wow, one from each platform. Welcome to the stream, guys. How are you doing? And fancy meeting you in Squirrel Stream earlier, Sam. What time is it for you guys? Is everyone based in the US? Let me check my stream here. Everything's looking good so far. Big rig. Yeah. We're gonna change trucks though. We have a new truck I want to check out. EST. Alright. Perfect then. Perfect timing for you. So, in this stream, I have a couple of new things. First and foremost, you might notice it in the horizon. We do have foggy weather enabled again. This time with a new beta version. So, Jerscania Trucker, otherwise known as Kirill, the maker of Foggy Weather mod, sent me an update for the foggy weather. And there were a couple of changes. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go through the details. What I know though is that it's compatible with Viva Mexico now. So I do have Viva Mexico 2.2. I have foggy weather compatible with it. And we'll see some of the new stuff. I think there's a new surprise at night. We'll see later when we go night driving. Yeah? So that's one of the new things. And then we have a new truck that we will be testing out. Hopefully it works. A lot of people have been looking forward to it. So I'm excited. And then, last but not the least, I really want to show this guys to you because I've been spending a couple of hours on it. And you guys let me know what you think about it, alright? But, I wonder if I should describe it or if I just should just show it to you. I'll just show it and then let you guys decide for yourselves what it does. And if you're curious about it, if you want to know more, just ask me and I'll happily tell you what it does. There it is. There it is. So you should see something on the lower left side of your screen now. Let me go back to ATS. Hey Rata, just in time as well. How are you guys doing? Alright, let's check it out. Lower left corner. Turn on the engine. Check my gears. So far it's working fine, I think. Sorry Sam, I'm not sure what you typed, but Nightbot seems to be a bit edgy about it. So I've been developing this fix, this layout for a couple of hours already. And I think it's working fine now. But I want to test it out on stream to see how it works. And I think this would be perfect for some stuff that I want to try out, like the double clutching, so you can see how it works. I think it should work much better. Wow, the fog's getting real. The lag is getting real too. I'm not sure which one's causing it. If it's the plugin or if it's the mod, the foggy weather mod. We'll see. So let me know what you think about it. The fog is real. How the heck did I hit that truck? This always happens to me with this truck. I can never judge correctly the nose, how long the nose is. Double clutching and everything, but still crashing into stuff. We'll see later, once we go outside the city. Should work much better. Also, I still have the force feedback plugin turned on. I don't think I'll ever turn it off again. I'm really liking it. You know that feeling, right, when you're driving your car and then you're turning left or right, and then somehow the wheel rights itself. How do I describe it? As you go along, the wheel turns itself until you're driving straight again. So it auto centers itself. That's how I would put it, like that. So this force feedback plugin simulates that a bit more, because the default force feedback settings don't have that at all, so you would have to manually work the wheel to the center. This one actually works, and it's a treat when it does. It's so refreshing for a change. Wow, foggy as heck in here. Hey KM, glad you could join. Trucking is just beginning. We're on our way to purchase a new truck. But first and foremost, let me purchase a new garage because I don't have any space anymore. By the way, do you notice anything different with the stream? Let's see, where's that garage? Should be somewhere here. Ah, there it is. Alright. This truck has grown quite a bit for me. I've grown fond of it because I've been spending hours and hours just driving around. Can't get enough of this game ever since the double clutching came out. It started off as a challenge, and then eventually I started appreciating the beauty of ATS again. Just enjoying driving all around, delivering stuff. This truck though, in my opinion, is one of the hardest to drive because it's so bulky, especially when parking. Driving on straight roads, driving in general isn't much of a problem, but parking is a totally different story. And let me do one check before we proceed. Options, controls. Yeah, it's maxed. Steering sensitivity should be maxed, right? Forgot to watch Tuesday. No problem. Yes, exactly. That is my own personal creation. I'm proud of it. So I found out that there's this telemetry SDK that Funbit is his name, developed. So ATS and ETS, they have this I'm not sure how you call it, SDK, where where whatever's happening in the game, if the truck's changing gears, if it's swaying to the left, moving right or something, everything that's happening can be reflected back and can be caught by custom coding. And what you do with that kind of information, it's up to you. So someone did a server to return every single thing that's happening in the truck. Well, almost every single thing. Like what gear the truck is in, what model and make it is, what are the current revs, what's the current speed, all the information you could think of. And part of that as well is the user input. Like, is the user braking, clutching, gassing up? So he has this interface where all of that information is available. So I saw that it existed, and I created my own skin and setup for it. So I had to learn a bit of JavaScript, a bit of CSS, because I don't really know how that works. But Google is your friend, right? So I took a look at some of the samples, and eventually you have a working model on what you see on your screen. It's not the best looking one, it's very simple, but I think it should be more than sufficient for our needs. This is the new truck, the Kenworth K100. A couple of people have been requesting for this, and I can see why. I did have a quick look at it. Looks very cool, looks very detailed. This is by CyrusTheVirus, compatible with 1.6. Hey Pigtails, glad you could join again. Look at that. Have you guys ever seen something that looks like that in real life? That that I don't even know what to say to that. That looks like a submarine or something. Simple is best. Glad you like it, Rata. Yeah, I'm quite proud of it. Actually, I pitched it to Squirrel. So I'm subscribed to Squirrel and I'm part of his Discord server. Samtel would know, he also is part of it. And then there's this suggestion box where I said, if you're interested, I can share it with you. Something that would reflect the clutches, so you can show people what you're doing behind the wheel. I think he's going to take a look at it, but he's currently busy right now, so if he ever approaches me, then I'll feel free to share with him. Otherwise, this is mine for now until I polish it, and then maybe I'll share it to the others. Because I think this would be very useful for streamers and for YouTubers. It's always hard to let the people know what you're doing behind the wheel. Like, it looks so simple on screen, but behind the scenes you're doing so many things, balancing all the throttles or all the switches. So if I can somehow relay that to you as well, I think it would be fantastic. Yeah, I don't like that at all, the long frame. I mean, looks like a fire truck. Kinda, yeah. Like a submarine fire truck. Let's stick with this one. And then I've had a lot of requests before for a DD engine. I'm not really an engine guy, and I'm not really familiar with American engines. But DD is Detroit Diesel? Or Diesel Detroit? But something like that, right? And since I've gotten a lot of requests for that, let's get the DD engine. And you guys let me know if it's why it's famous. Is it good or is it notorious? If you're familiar with it. The DDS92 V8 500. I am not on multiplayer because I like playing with mods, with truck mods, weather mods, map mods, and everything. Trailers, AI. So multiplayer is not really something I prefer. And also the latency for me, because I'm based in Asia, it's not the best as well. So I always lag when I play multiplayer. It's not viable for me, unfortunately. You don't think so, Sam? Which one? That DD is famous? Maybe it's only for hardcore guys. So you can go behind like this. We have two possible options, the standard and custom. For sure, not the custom. So the K100, I would assume, is a classic truck based on how it's looking right here. Maybe something from, I don't know, 80s? Yeah, I do want to try multiplayer again sometime, but I'd have to give up all of my mods. So I'll have to maybe start a new profile to make sure it's not wrecking my existing one. And then we'll see how the latency will be. But if it works, then maybe I'll try it. Why not? Would be an interesting change. Chat has high delay. Yeah, I think so. In YouTube there's bigger delay. If you can go to Twitch, I should also be on Twitch. Twitch.tv/theclumsygeek. Based on previous feedback, the delay there is less. Looks 70s. Might be. I'm actually not familiar how the 80s and 70s vehicles would be different. Install the Yosemite mod. I did install it before. That's Project Quest, correct? And we did see it already. Right now I have Viva Mexico. Because I don't think those two are compatible. At least they haven't explicitly made them compatible. So just to prevent conflicts, I turned it off for now. And I'm not sure if it's even compatible with 1.6. I don't think so yet. Not yet. There you go. Welcome to Twitch, Sam. Hope it's better there. As long as your bandwidth can handle it, should be fine. Because on Twitch, I don't think I have transcode. So you're not able to change the quality, you know, high, medium, low, if you don't have a very fast internet speed. So you have to really match what I'm putting out. And if you have a slow internet connection, you might not be able to make it. But on YouTube, you have those qualities, and on Beam as well. So you can watch either way. Twitch, YouTube, or Beam. I would be okay with anywhere you're watching. You love that mod? Yeah, me too. I've been also to Yosemite in real life. It was a real scenic place. And the first time I saw snow in real life. Now, I am fancying this skin because it's white and blue. I love blue and white. It's somehow like US Air Force. Ah, I see. So there's an Air Force, a Navy, and an Army. Some ladies at the side. Come fly with me. Kinda like that. Or we could go with Southern Pride, depending on which guys you prefer. I am liking these two. So let me know what you think. In the meantime, let me work with this one and check out the add-ons. Paint. Which one is this? The bumper. Chrome. With grill. I think I like that one. That one looks a bit too far in front. That one looks sleeker. More sleek at least. You like the Air Force. This one then. I'm good with that. I like this better, I think. Plates, do we need plates? I don't think so. Assuming it does put our plate in here, we shouldn't need to put it. How about lights? I didn't have a quick look at this, and I think I want something like that. Does that work? It makes the truck look old in my opinion if you put those lights in. It kind of seems like it's an old guy with glasses. No, that's how it appears to me. So I forgot the term. Like those small sunglasses that are not so used nowadays. Kind of looks like that. Right, what is this? Why is this in the back? Fender paint. Okay, that doesn't work. Can we change that somehow? Ah, okay, you can change it. So we can make it match the blue here. Or we can just go with chrome. Either way. So if I could make a blue-ish color. Can we use that? Yeah, that actually works. That actually works. Let's keep that. All this the new. Hey Ace. Thank you for the kind words and welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine. Let's put some air horns. Why not? What's this one? This has to be interior blue light. Maybe light blue, so it's not too ugly to the eyes. Unfortunately, I don't think we can see that here. Yeah. Beacons. Now, strangely enough, this beacon doesn't have... It's only on one side. I guess it kind of makes sense. But I just like it symmetrical. Anyway. We do what we have to. Paint or chrome? Chrome actually looks a lot better, doesn't it? Like if for example the sun visor here, you can have it paint, but we'll have to change the shade, I think. How do we match that one? That's a bit too purple, I think. Wow, thank you. I can't read it. Let me try to catch that up. Well, it didn't appear in my screen, so you'll have to pardon me for that one. But let me just have a quick check what that said. Hey, Pat. Hey, thanks for joining. K100. Hey, Jesse. Yes. How long will I stream? I will stream for around 2.5 hours more. Yeah. And just give me 1 sec here, guys. For some reason, the bot didn't relay that info. Ah, Pat, it was from you. Thanks, Pat. Mario Kart. Kappa wow, kappa wow, kappa wow. Thanks, man. If only I could. A bit of a delayed reaction from me, but I was able to read it finally. The blue and white, I think, kind of works now because we have the right shade. So let's keep it there. That kind of matches. Happy with that. Just keep it. Bit of spoiler action in here. Wings, I think they're called. Alright. And then we can change the exhaust to be a curve double thingamajig. Let's go with quad. That looks really cool. You're enjoying. Thank you. Glad to hear it. Alright, pigtails. See you soon. Take care. Have we tried everything? There should be some more here. I did test it out quick before I went live. Ah, there we go. Standard with antennas, or double mirrors with antennas. Now the double antennas look much better, but I think they might hurt performance more at least. But let's just go with it. Double mirrors and antennas. Go. Right, what else? That one. Fender paint. Yeah, we chose that one already. Aside from that, I think others are interior parts, and so we can go with the wheels now. Now for the wheels, can we just go chrome? Dynamic chrome maybe? What's an old school layout? That looks a bit too modern. Maybe that one with the circle thingies. Seagull chrome or standard chrome. Or we can also go and use the same color here if I can. Every time I look at it, it seems like the shade is changing. Let me pick that maybe. It's amazing how the K100, 108, and 200 all look similar. Oh, do they? I haven't seen the others, or maybe I have, but I haven't recognized them. This awesome looking truck is a mod, yes. It's the K100 by CyrusTheVirus. So if you're interested in checking out the mods, I do have a list. You can just type !mods and you should be given the link to all the mods that I'm currently using. All their links, versions, and info. Alright, what were we doing? We were getting the paint, yes. So let me try this one. If I apply that, does it work? Not really. If I make it white, that kind of does. And then we can have probably blue nuts here. Like that. That can work. Instead of chrome. Paint, we can have painted stuff here as well. Like that. Some blue and white thing. Like a show truck. Yeah. Normally I would go chrome, but chrome really hurts the performance. And we have so many things happening already on the side. So I don't think we want to push it. Seagull wide paint. What's the difference? Oh, look at that. This one is like just one tire, but super wide. Compared to that one, which are 2 tires. I prefer the 2 tires though. Blue hubs. wife's picture. No. That's just a promo thingy. What are we picking out here? Standard paint, was it? Do we have something similar here? Oh, we do. Nice. That doesn't look too good though. No. I didn't notice. Yeah, it's the other way around. Use this one and then make that white. There we go. That looks much better. It seems more white here than there, interestingly enough. Seagull paint, white, blue, blue. There we go. Clean. Am I gonna stream tomorrow? No. I usually stream Wednesdays and Fridays my time. US time, that's Tuesday and Thursday night. But Saturday, probably not. I usually have real life stuff going on the weekends. As much as I would like to. Too busy. Kinda works. Try the super single. And hey Skipper. How are you doing? Glad you could join. Which one's the super single, Jesse? Is it the wide wheels? Like that one. Kinda looks meh though, because the rims are for double tires but you don't fill them up. Don't think it works. Okay, let's leave that there. It's looking good. See, the shade seems to change for every angle. So it doesn't look like we're matching that kind of blue again. It looks too electric. Maybe we turn down on the hue a bit. Not really sure how to do that. Maybe it looks too purple. Maybe something like that. I don't know, that should be fine. One last adjustment and then we move on, right? Because I want to get driving. I'm going to show you guys the dials. And I want to get your feedback on it. I also don't have a name yet. Currently it's just the pedal shifter overlay. Maybe I should name it the ped shift overlay or something. Did I see your updated Transport Fever comments? I saw some. I'm not sure if you updated them. Wide wheels. That's just the light. Might be. That's true. Yeah. The wide wheels, I want to try it, but it doesn't look good in this truck. It doesn't match the rims. Inside the truck, inside the cab, I did set the color, but we still have to set the accessories. Computer, we need that. Some accessories here. GPS first. GPS, there we go. Kind of like the one with the white border, so it's consistent with the computer in here. Is it the same brand? Yeah, it actually is. It's the same color. Alright, let's see how it goes then when we're out and about. Parrot? Why not? That's the Bluetooth thing, right? Is it famous in the US? That Parrot system? Or maybe it's something for truckers. More like... Now, I do want to put some things here. Just simple things. I did have a look at this. Wait a minute, where is it? There we go. I want a phone and a radio. Double trouble. I want a coffee maker. And I want some kind of chart thing to make it appear like we're working. Carnet TAR. Yeah, that kind of works. Over here, what do I want to put here? I would actually prefer snacks normally, so we don't get hungry on the road. But I don't think it will work. One sec. What can I put there? A mug maybe? CB radio. Put a bird. The CB radio is here, but it's not adjustable, it's just there. There's also a radio, an FM radio. R2D2. Is R2D2 in here? R2D2 is so humongous though. Let's see where he is. It's not here. Maybe in here? R2? Ah, there. Compass. We can put an R2D2 compass. That kind of works. So that guy should rotate as we move around the map. This one, do we have a CB radio? I don't see where the CB radio is. Let's just put something. Oh yeah, maybe some books. Love some fantasy books. And then maybe a bag. Kind of fits the theme. Have a bit of a blanket as well. Or it's actually some cushions and pillows. Based on our color outside, I would say this would be the most elegant looking one. Because that kind of looks like bad texturing. Look at that, low res. This one looks much better. Let's keep that. Okay, Skipper, yes. Nothing better than catching up on streams and eating Chinese food. Now you're making me hungry. But yeah, glad you could join again. We're out in the seas. Let's go add some dice. That would kind of hit R2D2 though. Well, maybe we could move R2D2 there. Yeah, there. Let's just remove this and remove that. Kind of works. Can I drive? Have I driven a real truck? Unfortunately not. In my side of the world, the trucks aren't that cool looking. Not like the US or European trucks. We do have some Scania trucks in here. Some other brands as well. But I barely see trucks that are pimped out, if you know what I mean. So they're mostly work trucks. I would love to try it though one time. Okay, I think we're good. Passenger seat. What do you want to put here? I don't think we need to put anything. We'd barely see it anyway. We have too many bags already. Maybe a map? I can't see it. Some FedEx boxes. Yeah, Chinese work trucks. We have Mitsubishi, Isuzu. So Mitsubishi is Japanese, right? But I think is it owned by Mercedes? All in all, something like that. And then Isuzu. Then other brands I'm not familiar with. Hey Thunderwolf, yes, these are all mods. So most of the cabin accessories are from Cycel's Mega Pack, as you can see in this icon. And the truck itself, it's by CyrusTheVirus. It's the K100. Exclamation point mods for the list of the mods and their respective links. EV. You mean this guy? Won't fit the theme, would it? Would be cute there, I must admit. I think let's leave it. I already have you guys as company. I don't need anyone else. Yeah. How good the line was that? Alright, I think we're good. What is this? Okay, we picked that one. Some speakers, surround sound here. No option to change the steering wheel, that's fine. Stream keeps buffering. I did increase my bitrate to 3000 a week ago. Maybe that's the culprit. Maybe I'll have to go back to 2.5. Do I watch any sports? No, I suck at sports. So I learned back at school when we had physical education classes that I really suck at sports. And I'm like really the worst with them. So I'm not into them. Unfortunately, as much as I would have wanted. Like PE was my hatest class because I really sucked. Basketball, volleyball, whatever kind of sport it was, I just sucked. No, but you wish you were. You've been working every day since the 18th or 19th. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a heavy workload. But that's how it is, right? Everything's seasonal. You get busy seasons and then low seasons. You're horrible at sports. Welcome to the club. I can barely catch a ball. Eevee is your favorite Pokemon. Ah. I don't think I even know the sound of Eevee. The seat adjustment, I think we'll have to go a bit forward. I mean, like that. This is field of view, correct? Yeah. I think for field of view, probably want to do it something like this. Something like that. Wheels are not adjustable. Alright, it's fine. The mirrors I cannot see anymore, interestingly enough. But from here I do. That's weird. Okay, now I see it. One sec, guys, huh? Do I watch any esports? I used to watch a lot of Dota back when I was playing, but recently I haven't been in touch. Are you guys familiar with the Mineski team in Dota? What is Hood? Hope I didn't wreck anything there. And the lower mirror there doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, let's leave it. Am I good at doing accents? Bear, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. I suck at accents except my own. What about anime? I do watch anime, yes. Not a lot. Some select ones. Some of the classics, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, Ghost Fighter, I think it's more commonly called. Roof lights. These ones. Okay. Right, let's hear her. We are using a DD engine here. Not too bad. Do a Canadian accent. Cannot. Don't know how it goes. I only know they have a very distinct was it an O or a U sound pronunciation? But yeah, I'm really bad at impressions. between work while YouTube and mom. Work, wife, YouTube, and mom. Yeah, we don't have time for sports. Yeah. Alright. Let's go and pick a job. Let's maybe go back to Sonora. If we can. TVs. I did download some other trailer mods as well. So hopefully that improves stuff. The options that we have. A lot of reefers and other types of trailers, I think. We can go rush some TVs. I think that's the only one going south. Let's see. Oh, there's one there. That's perfect. Juice. Phoenix Freight. Juice as well. We don't watch that much, only Naruto and Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know what Tokyo Ghoul is. Naruto, yes, for sure. I kinda stopped though, because you know how the series goes. Sometimes it just gets too filled with, how do you call them? Oh, fillers, yeah. Filler episodes. And I kind of lost interest in it because it got boring. But then when it was the real arc stories, that's when it got exciting. Teleport. Kinda sound like Kiralis. Actually, a couple of people have commented that. I guess we must have a kind of similar voice. Oh, I love that gear shift sound. It's a bit laggy. We'll have to see how it goes. I might have to tweak some mods. Let's see, maybe when we go out of Phoenix it would be better. The engine sound is interesting. Doesn't sound like a truck, like the other trucks I normally drive. Rip. And yeah, you have to get used to my gear grinding as well, guys. Haven't really mastered double clutching it, although I admit I am getting a teeny weeny bit better. But at least now you can see the double clutch happening on the lower left, right? The double clutching action. Or miss action. Is Singapore public transportation always cramped? Not really. In rush hours, yes. But it's not like normally you'd be able to get in the first train. Sometimes you get in the second, and if you're really unlucky, you get on the third. But otherwise, it's fine. And on non-peak hours, it's no problem. So the public transportation in Singapore is very good, very well developed. You don't really need a car. That engine sound actually looks pretty good. Sounds pretty good, rather. I'm laggy. Yeah, I am. And I'm not sure if it's because of the mod, the foggy weather, or it's because of my overlay in the lower left. But we'll see. Over here, everything's fine though. We'll have to observe it. But let's go out the city. If things don't improve, I'll have to turn down some stuff. Sounds like a Lambo. You hate fillers too, but now Naruto's series officially ended. Right. I have to catch up on that, because I've always been intrigued by the Naruto Sasuke drama. You know, I really wanted to know what would happen there, and that's, I guess, the main storyline, aside from all the other conflicts in the series. But yeah, I really need to look at the episode list, because I'm sure there are sites already which say which are filler episodes and which are the arc episodes, and I want to watch only the actual arc episodes. Okay, let me just try to get my truck in here. Does that look good? Not sure. Not quite. 4-stroke or 2-stroke DD. I'm not sure. How can you tell? It is a V8, I think, but I'm not sure what the strokes mean. Now, is this truck compatible with advanced trailer coupling? Because it does seem like I'm aligned, right? Doesn't seem like I fit in there though. Oh, and we didn't change the tires, I forgot. That's fine. I don't think it'll work. Maybe no advanced trailer coupling. Let's turn it off and see. Over here. There we go. Yeah, looks like the truck is not compatible. Not the best match in terms of colors, but I'll take it. How heavy is this thing? 20 tons? Alright. Let's start from the first gear. What I like about this truck is it's a cab over. So we ideally should have less accidents when it comes to wrong alignment or wrong estimation of my front, of my hood. Because the hood practically doesn't exist. Yeah, it's getting a bit laggy, isn't it? That was a smooth shift change. That one was not. Wow. Really missing it. What the heck? Wait. This cannot be. Have to make this right. There we go. Whew. New truck, new adjustment. And let me catch up on the chat. Sorry, I'm a bit behind. Does it feel weird when I speak in a video, talking to myself? It did. It honestly did. It is the most unnatural thing in the beginning. We're not really used to doing that kind of stuff in real life. So it's a bit of an adjustment. But I have been doing this for more than a year now. So I kind of got used to it. Yeah, I am not seeing the not seeing the revs properly in this truck. It will take quite a bit for the gears to not grind as much, guys. Digital Nick, please stop spamming. I kind of lost the other chat. One sec. Now I'll have to pause the game and go back so I can read your chat, guys. But welcome to the stream. Glad you could join. Power Ranger, first team. Power Ranger. Is it showing now? I think it is, right? Have you guys seen it? Rev up the DD high. Maybe it does need a little higher revs. Thank you, Nick. Okay, there we go. Start again. Start fresh. Thank you, Nick. Okay, let's rev it higher. Still wouldn't budge. Interesting. No, not getting it. I think I'm missing by around 100 or 200 RPMs. There we go. That made it work. Okay, I'm getting it. Although we should be on the other lane. The whole truck is garbage. The K100? You don't like it? It does seem cool. I am cool. Thanks, Nick. Did I read that already? I can't remember. Yeah, the higher revs do sound really cool. This engine likes to purr. But yes, I am still lagging, interestingly enough. So what we'll do is let me go on the level area here. And then let me try turning off the foggy weather mod to see if that's the culprit. I don't think so. It might be my overlay, unfortunately. So I'm also testing that one. So let's stop here and see. Only thing is it might reset the job. So I'll save it first. Make sure we can go back to it. And then let's try removing the mod. Thanks, Nick. You have a shifter like a G27 one. How do you split your gear? Hey, Harkamal. You have to do it in the settings. How do I explain? So normally you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots for your H shifter, correct? But then you'd have to adjust it in-game to set it how you like, if you're like it range or split. Let me show it to you in the controls. Okay, yeah, the game reset. But it's fine. Let's see if this has a better performance, and then we'll see how it goes. So you go to controls, you go to make sure that your wheel is selected, transmission is H shifter, and then controller subtype is wheel, and then make sure that the shifter layout is that one, either a range, splitter. Actually any of these will work, but each of these will have their own configurations. I like working with an Eaton Fuller 18 speed, especially in ATS. Hey Shane, no problem, glad you could join. Welcome to the stream. Now since we got our truck, might as well drive in Sonora itself. If we can find something here that goes south, that would be perfect. There we go. That one can work. Although I'd rather go south there to Hermosillo. If we can have a jump, that actually looks good. Some tires. Alright, let's try that. This is just a quick check to see how the performance is. If it's better. It does look a lot smoother, doesn't it? Let me know if it's smoother as well from your end. But maybe when we turn this on, it will lag. I'll see. So let's go to Nogales. And where is it? Here. Is it a Tesla? Okay, yeah, it looks like. Ooh, boy, that's bright. Alright. Let's take a long trailer because we're a cab over anyway. We should be able to handle it. Tesla tires, take it. Do I like the new Viva Mexico? It's looking good. The mountain pass is really violent and very unforgiving. So how do the frame rates look here, guys? I have the thing turned on. Only thing we don't have is the foggy weather. Is that smoother for you? Nick, I think we talked about this before already. Kenworth K100 is the best North American cab over. That's good to hear. The other best cab over is the Peterbilt 352 and 362. Oh, I haven't seen those. I don't think I've even seen a mod about those. It would be interesting to see. Oh yeah, we don't have advanced trailer coupling. It's fine. Nice air start. Way better, alright. Nick? Digital Nick, can you stop repeating, please? Yeah. We talked about this already, Nick. What's up, morning? Hey, Isaac. How are you doing? Okay, let's try with that then. So unfortunately, looks like we'll have to disable foggy weather for now. It does look cool, but I think my system can't handle it. I'm not sure what changed. Maybe the additional toll from... Oh man. Maybe the additional toll from my overlay kind of put it over the edge. There we go. Gear went in. Wrong way. There we go. Rip. Almost got into an accident. Right even before we left the garage. The pickup point. Let's go this way instead. Save ourselves some trouble. Can we go around somehow? I guess we can turn around from here. I wonder how the ratios are for this truck. Seems very different from the W900. Still not, huh? So 1500 is there. It's basically the same dial, the same ranges, but somehow I'm not getting into the proper revs. Let's see, maybe it's just a bit of adjustment and practice, as always. Can I squeeze in these? It seems like the revs go down a lot slower in this truck. It seems like, yeah, much slower. And I'm used to the W900 timing. It seems to be correct, but I'm not sure. There we go. TD rev range 1700 to 1800. Yeah, we can try that. So somewhere in the middle there. Interesting. It would be kind of harder to estimate because it's not on the bar itself. But yeah, that fit quite well. That actually kind of works. Okay, it doesn't. Let me try 1500 again. like it. I like the sound though when it gets into gear. It sounds so fulfilling. You know that you put it. You put the revs right. No news about New Mexico. Yeah. There's a blog though from SES showing how they do their assets, how they model it, how the faces. Sounds like a complicated thing. Seems like a very complicated thing they're doing. It's a good update to... Wow, that's some loud engine brake. To let the people know how hard they are working on the game. Playing Minecraft while watching me. Cool, KM. How did you get back into Minecraft? Or have you always been playing? Is there something new? An update or whatever? Ah, I got it. It's not slower. The dial is a bit different. It's like the revs are falling... How do you say? Like a full gear loses only around 200 RPMs instead of 400. Something like that. So I should, in a nutshell, make my revs, my clutch faster. You can look at it in the lower left portion of the screen. Shameless plug. Bienvenidos Mexico for the second time around. ATS road trains would be cool. Screaming Jimmy. He's screaming happy. Yeah, it does scream a lot, doesn't it? Hey, Sivman. Yes. Really getting into ATS thanks to that whole double clutch challenge. And then also like really like the telemetry stuff. It's activating the nerd inside me, the geek inside me. Spent a couple of hours building on that overlay you see on the lower left side of the screen. It took a bit of JavaScripting and CSS, and I'm not really familiar with that. I do code. I do have a coding background. So I did study computer science back in the university, but I didn't really work with CSS and JavaScript. Not much anyway. Certainly not CSS. But it's not that hard. Just googling it up results in some good tutorials, basic tutorials. Police skins? No, not yet. I don't see them. Where do you get those skins? Is it part of the Viva Mexico made by the same author? I've been looking at the atsmods.lt site. I don't see it. Man, how come that didn't go in? It's on their complicated website. Oh, is it? Alright. I'll try to traverse it then for next time. You watched the streamer yesterday show how he got many mods in the Steam Workshop. You're seriously digging the sound. Cool. Yeah, me too. This engine sounds beautiful. I like that purring, that build up when you're increasing the revs, when you're climbing the revs. Would I drive this truck in ETS? I probably can, although I'm not really inclined to drive American trucks in Europe, you know, because we have ATS already. So I don't really see the point of crossing over. because it kind of breaks immersion. Unless K100s really are existing and being used in Europe, then I would certainly drive it, because it's all about the immersion, you know. Mainly textures and skins. Oh, who is this guy? Is this so one popular guy in the Steam workshop is Hound Dog. He makes a lot of skins. He makes very good quality skins, if I might add. I like his works. I'm actually using one from his Volvo FH. That's the one I'm using. And we don't have a retarder. Crap. I just noticed. Okay, that's fine. Probably not going to be used much anyway because yeah. A retarder would have been helpful there. Too late now. You like the truck sound too. Cool. It's going 55 miles. The speed is over there. Third row in the computer. It is a cab over, yes, but you know the brand, it's American brand, so I don't think it is in Europe. But if it is, I would gladly try it out in ATS 2 as well. It kind of fits. I'm sure it would drive well in there, but it's just, you know, the realism factor from my point of view. I'm getting the hang of it, the shifting. And then as I say that, some guy cuts me. Look at that guy. What the heck? Catch 50 here, thank you. Dashboard is kind of hard to see. Yeah, true. I'm having hard time seeing it as well. Maybe I can zoom in a bit for you guys, like that. Let's go closest like that. Would that work for you? If I look a bit down like so, I think that would be best. Yeah? Let me know if that helps. Okay. There we go. His trailer is a meme. Wait. Samtel. I should make another account like YouTube Stream and make that account chat from YouTube. Ah, I get what you mean. No, it's not supported though. I get what you mean because it's like I'm talking to myself, right? Although I would like that feature, but currently Restream is doing all that chat. I forgot the term, where it transfers the chat messages from one platform to another, from YouTube to Twitch, for example. You don't have an option of using a different username for that. The only person who is going to transfer that chat is myself, so it will always be me, unfortunately, for now. Maybe that's a future update, possible for a future update. Turn on my lights. Why? Wow. Nice blue interiors. It's a bit bright outside. I don't think we need the lights yet. We'll for sure see that later once we get into night. Wow, now because I'm all zoomed in. Oh, this is a very treacherous road. Welcome to Santa Ana. Now because I'm all zoomed in, I have to really look left and right to look at the mirrors. It's a bit challenging, but I think we can manage. Dashboard light needs to be on at the same time. Hey Orange, how are you? Needs to be on at the same time. You mean that one? Same time at low beam lights. But I don't think we need any lights at all currently. Let's try it later when it's night. It will just cause unnecessary frame rate drops. Come on, I got this already. There we go. That engine brake. What, this? It's a monster. I am liking our truck though. Very sleek. It kind of fits the trailer. This trailer is much fitting now. Much more fitting than the previous one. Yeah. It's a real shame we had to disable the foggy weather mode, but I think my PC just can't handle the added stuff. Be careful of braking distance, heavy truck. Good advice. Hey, let's take a photo here. What's BBVA Bancomer? Bank, maybe a bank. The AI does like to brake test. I find though that the photo app seems to be bugging a bit there. Not sure if that's because of all the plugins I'm using. BBVA Bancomer. Bancomer. Probably. Let's take that. It does blend in with the truck color, so just fits quite well there. And works. Narrower field of view. That one, perfect. Let's adjust the zoom. The blur rather. Actually, let's not have any blur. Nice. Is this my favorite ATS truck? Not sure yet. It's the first time I've driven it, but we'll give it a chance. Parking brake engaged. The W900 was my favorite, except for the parking stuff. Wow, what's happening? Oh, come on. Oh, no. I'm driving like my old self. I'm skipping from second to fourth gear. You guys see the evidence? There we go. Now it works. Now it doesn't. There we go. Sorry about the gear grinding, guys. It will take some time to get used to the new truck. But there. And that's why I want to show how it works to you in the background, so you see all the double clutch effort I'm doing, and you can spot if I'm doing the wrong timing or I'm getting into the wrong gear, so you can be more involved as well, see what's happening behind the scenes. In that one I did the floating gear shift, no clutch. You can also see I don't step on the clutch when I switch from low to high gear. I just press the splitter button, and I let go of the gas. It automatically switches already. No need for the clutch. I'm not sure if that's accurate, if that's safe in real life, but I think it should be good enough. Do I play any ETS? Yes, I do. I have an ongoing series in YouTube. I don't play it much on stream, but sometimes I do. Yeah, the AI likes to brake test, huh? That. Wow. And he just decided to stop there when there's nothing in front. What a douche. You meant stream. Allow that. There we go. Squirrel emote for the win. Sorry guys, I missed some messages. Let me get back to it. Where's my force feedback? It's gone. Welcome back, Pigtails. At some point in time, can I try the K100? I'm not sure if there's a mod for it, to be honest. I've only seen the K100. But if you can find one, you can let me know and I'll check it out. Ryzen and AMD. I would love to have the Ryzen. They say it's very good for streaming because it's of its multi-thread capabilities. Not so much for gaming, but then in games you don't really need that much processing power, do you? It's not as essential. So it might not be good for games as good as the i7, the top of the line i7s. But I think for streaming, for other works, it's perfect. Lots of stuff happening here in the background. And then just stopping out of nowhere. I think they have this checkpoint thing here. Ah, I see, that's where they're stopping. So they put some stop signs in here. Okay, fine. If you had the... Wait, did I miss something? Ah, okay, so that's how it came up. Skipper asked for some PC suggestions. Yeah, it depends what you're going to use it for, Skipper. If only for games, I don't think you need the Ryzen. I think you can go with an Intel one. An i5 should be more than enough. But if you're rendering, streaming, you need a very high CPU. Graphics card, I guess 1070 would be a very good alternative or a very good choice. 1080 is a bit overpriced. If you're not too hardcore, it probably won't be as helpful or as worth it because it's too expensive. Is that a modded map? Yes, it is Viva Mexico 2.2 Sonora. Try RTA mods. RTA mods are paid though, aren't they? If I find a truck that I really like, I would gladly pay for it. But currently, all the trucks I really like are free, so I don't really see the need to pay for something. This is a nice scenery. Although I can certainly feel the difference when it's because I've been driving for hours non-stop the past few days. I can feel the difference when it's a road built by SES versus this road. This road looks good. The curves are there, the vegetation, the foliage, the objects are there, but somehow it doesn't. I guess it's the level. It's flat. It curves, but it's straight. The SES roads are a lot more. Have a lot more variety when it comes to the level changes. So I think that's something that can be improved. Although at this level, I wouldn't really have. I mean, it's good as it is. I just like the SES version better. That's how I would put it. But yeah, I feel the difference. Definitely not streaming. Okay, i7 might be a bit hard to do. Ah, yes. But your old Mac just died and couldn't really handle simulations very well. Yeah, simulations tend to take a lot, tend to be very performance intensive. Usually they're not the best in terms of optimization. Because not the companies that do them, I don't know, maybe they're not that big or maybe they're not into optimizing stuff. We were trying to give advice based on future proofing. Yeah, I get that now. Read that a bit late. My frames look lagged again. Do they? Might have something to do with the overlay. Until now, are they lagging? I am seeing my stream on a separate window. It looks fine to me. Though maybe not as smooth. But I don't think it's a humongous issue. Let me know if it is though. And we'll try to do something about it. For sure you don't need anything fancy. Ah, okay. Yeah. Looks like a laptop would work best for you, Skipper, since you're out a lot. So at least you can still play. That monster engine brake. Love it. Too expensive to try to keep up often. Oh, that's true. I'm tempted to upgrade, but it's just so expensive. No, don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me here. Fine. Trailer brake and go. Oh, come on. Don't grind there. I need you. Okay. Kinda worked. There we go. This is what I don't like about this truck. The dials seem to reflect sometimes depending on the sun, and you can't see anything. Even with the lights on, it's still hard to see. That must be a thing with the material used for the dials. Only so much that future proofing can save upgrading. Yeah, true. It's not practical to switch. Maybe every 2 years would be maybe every 2 years at most. But then my brother, I remember, I think he has an 8-year-old rig which is still working until now because he got the high-end stuff before. He did need to upgrade some stuff, but mostly it's still the same specs. Gaming Lenovo laptop. I'm not sure which is advisable when it comes to laptops, so I can't really give advice there. Let me just focus on this bend, guys. I don't want to fall out there on the ridge. It looks dangerous. Here we go again with these passes, but this one is a lot less treacherous than the previous one we did. Find that spot. There we go. Possibly. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, Skipper. Let us know if you manage to buy anything. I would love a gaming laptop as well, but then I don't really leave the house that much, and when I do, I would prefer doing something different. So for me, it's not really a necessity, but for your case, I think a gaming laptop would be perfect. On ATS, you got good frames by turning graphics to medium, turn the scaling up. There is a tweak that I might make a video on, where you can use the NVIDIA profile inspector. That's what I'm using. I normally get very good frames, but because I'm streaming, I have this overlay and all that fancy stuff. It adds up and it makes the frame skip more. But if I'm just driving by myself, I usually get almost 60 frames, except in cities. Oh no! Oh no! 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 I don't like the look of this bend here. Come on. Wow, it's not going in at all. Okay, let's brake. Ah, I'm in the wrong range. I see. Hold your horses. I'm in a predicament here. There we go. Floating gears all throughout. Pull up the route advisor. What do you need? Looking for some specific info? The lights in this cab look like something from an internet cafe. Like when you're playing Dota or you're playing CSGO or something. Does it look like a truck? Yeah, the AI can get very impatient. Oh man, this force feedback plugin is just so awesome. It's such a pleasure to drive now. I mean, all the feedback is much more realistic than the default ones. If you have a wheel, I would really suggest you try it out. Some people don't like it, but a lot of people do. I should make a video on it as well. I have a couple of tweaks that I'm using in my games that I would like to share with everyone. I have some graphics tweaks that improves performance by I don't know how many frames, but it does help a lot. I have some tweaks for the wheels, so it makes the driving experience even better when you have a wheel. Like it makes the turning smoother, things like that. The force feedback better. Quite a number of people are asking about that every now and then. I guess a video would make sense. Climb, true. The route advisor had a cedometer. What is that? What did it have? Can you spell that again for me? You think you just had a brilliant idea. Oh, do share. Galaxy S8. I am seeing all the hype about it. It does look really cool. Although honestly, I have an S6 myself, so I'm 2 years behind. It's perfect time for me to get a new phone. I'm not really that excited about it though. Although to be honest, I haven't really researched about it that much yet. So maybe that's why I'm not too much into it. What are the new features aside from faster, better, more RAM and stuff? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hey, Darian. Perfect, now that we're in Mexico. Oh, that actually got into gear. Downshifting like a boss. Minimal grinding sound. Dual pixel camera, Bluetooth 5. What does a dual pixel camera do? I thought it had the same. Wow, nice view, nice sunset. I thought it had the same what do you call this? Megapixel camera as the S7. I didn't know there was an upgrade. Eye scanner thing. Oh yeah, there's a retina scanner now. Bienvenidos Moctezuma. We need to stop somewhere. Not really, not yet. What if force feedback simulated certain features? Like if your power steering broke, it would be really hard to turn. Or maybe if you lost brake or clutch pressure or gear grinding. Actually, that's a very interesting concept, Skipper, because I suggested the same exact thing about gear grinding, at least. I put a post in the forums, in the SES forums. So normally, when you try shifting gears and you're in the wrong rev range, what it does is, in a real truck, is it doesn't allow you to get into that gear. You meet some kind of resistance when you're moving the stick. In the game though, you don't have that resistance because there is no feedback on the shifter. So you just get into gear, and how the game handles it is, if you're in the wrong gear, then it grinds. When in reality it shouldn't. It should give you feedback. So what I propose is something similar to your idea. That when you shift into a wrong gear, instead of grinding sound, make the wheel vibrate, force feedback it. So like in your very rough road or something, and that would simulate that you're shifted wrong without being a pain in the neck of having to hear that ugly grinding sound. Ay crap! Totally didn't notice the lights. Whoops. But yes, I like that idea, Skipper. Also, that's a good one with the other features as well. They can do that as feedback. Because that's the only feedback we have for now. The only physical feedback. Might as well make the most of it. And I think, technically speaking, that can be done via mods. Because we do have telemetry information. So we should be able to see, or we should be able to get some input when the gear grinding is initiated, when the certain pressure, air pressure or stuff is gone, or all problems in the truck. We should be able to get that information. And when we get that information, it's just a matter of triggering the force feedback mechanism. Actually doing it though, that's an entirely different topic. I have no clue how that works. Dual pixel helps with focusing. So faster focusing time. Perfect for those action shots maybe. Sounds nice. And it does look really cool, huh? The minimal bezel thing. And I wonder how it would feel though with the virtual home button. Like it would be like a normal, a standard Android phone which has no physical home button. I would wonder how the haptic feedback would feel like. Because in general, I'm not really a fan of haptic feedback. I always turn it off. Because, I don't know, it just feels artificial to me. Hopefully they were able to make it feel more natural. Samsung has their own Siri now. Didn't they have that before? But yeah, I think I heard about that as well. You like manual control, manual phone control. One sec. Just like when you shift wrong in your car. Actually, that's true, huh? When you're in a very low, when you shift wrong and you have a very low RPM at the brink of your engine dying because of your low gear or too high gear, your engine does vibrate, right? And your wheel does feel it. You feel it in your wheels. So I guess it would make sense. And Jessie, my mom's doing fine. She is recovering. She has been out of the hospital for a couple of weeks, and she has been doing her physical therapy sessions. So she's getting back her strength. So hopefully it keeps that way. So she can walk by herself now, few steps. And that's a very good sign. Because before she had trouble just going to a different room on her own. She had to be assisted. She was very weak. But now she's getting a bit of her strength back. Okay, there we go. this truck is definitely much easier to park than the W900. Love it. Voice control hates your voice. Yeah, voice control kind of sucks for me as well because of my accent. But interestingly enough, Google voice recognition is very good. It's able to understand me pretty well, despite my accent. You actually stalled your car on the way to get your Chinese food. Welcome to the club. Am I going to see my mom soon? Yes, I am going back end of April. So Labor Day, May 1, I'll be there. And end of April. And thanks for bringing it up. Because I have an announcement regarding that. So next week, I'll be out. Me and my wife are going to Japan, to Tokyo. So April 7 to 15, I'll be out. And because of that, there will be no stream starting on the 7th. So no stream next week, unfortunately. And no stream Wednesday and Friday on the week of April 10th. Yeah, but I'll have to catch up with my videos. I'll try to make it a daily video. I'm not sure if I can manage though. Everything's we just need to so many things to do still. So I'll try my best, but I should have some videos at the very least for you guys, even though I'm not streaming. Thank you. Go fix the truck. And sleep as well. Let's go here. Maybe we can go around just to discover more stuff. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, really excited. It will be our first time in Tokyo. Doing all the research and stuff. Shifting like a boss. I'm really happy when that happens. You know, consecutive flawless shifting. I should get like points for that, you know, like the other games. I'll try to take a lot of photos and videos so I can share with you guys. When am I making a new Transport Fever series? You mean starting from scratch? I don't have any plans so far. I'm open to do it, but we'll have to I don't remember putting Eevee there. I thought I deleted that guy. I just noticed it now. Maybe a wild Eevee appeared. Maybe that's how it worked. Got into the cab as we were unloading our trailer. Yeah, the thing about it is, if I start a new series of Transport Fever, I might have to stop the other one because it will be too much for me to maintain otherwise. So I'm happy to do either, but I'm not sure what the people would think. And Shane, thank you. See you next time, and thank you for dropping by. Thanks for hanging out, and have a good day at school tomorrow. Have a good rest. Yes, I did hear about On the Road. Actually, I tried to get a copy of it, but I don't think I'm a big enough streamer and the YouTuber for the guys to take notice of me. So I got completely ignored. Although I've been reading some of the reviews, it seems like they released the game without any kind of wheel support at all. Like those guys who have G27s or G29s, if they have their wheel connected, it's not only that it doesn't work. I mean, the menu even derps up. Like the menu would always scroll down continuously if as long as they have their wheel connected. So they have to manually disconnect their wheel and then use the keyboard and mouse. Honestly, I think that's a huge mistake, you know. Having a trucking game, a driving game, and not supporting the wheel from the get-go. I honestly think that's a very bad move. No track IR, I would understand. Not everyone has track IR. But a simulator game without wheel support? I don't get that at all. Maybe they got pressured by the publisher to release without being fully ready. I don't know. Tokyo Tower was your favorite. Oh, is it nice? So, when you say Tokyo Tower, Skipper, were you in Tokyo Tower or did you have a shot where Tokyo Tower was in view? So we're thinking if we want to go there, you need to pay for it. But if the view is amazing, then I'll happily do it. You haven't been to Seoul yet. Me neither. Japan and Korea I haven't been. Because it requires a separate visa and we're too lazy. Okay. So for everyone's info, this is our engine. Not sure what this is. Jesse, you might be familiar with it. A DDS92 V8 500. Yeah. I think we'll stick with that for now because if I switch engines, we'll have to adjust with the shifting and all the other stuff again. I'm not ready for that. What are some changes that you might do in a new Transport Fever series? Well, we might have a different scenery, a different set of vehicles, maybe American trains. Because right now I think we have European vehicles, correct? We might have both of them, so we have an option. Haven't really decided yet. You were inside it. Ah, cool. Climbing the stairs. How many floors was that? Like 50 floors? Wait a minute, where's my fuel gauge? Fuel gauge is there. So from the RPMs, it's not the tachometer, how do you say that? Down there, where my screen is centered. So we are around 3/4 fuel. Should be fine. Let's get the job. What time is it? Sunday, 6 a.m. That's perfect. The DD-V92 would be the last of the two-strokes DD engines. I don't even know what a two-stroke or four-stroke means. And crap, did we miss Hermosillo? We didn't pass through. Wait a minute. So we passed through there, but I didn't discover the town? Oh yeah. Crap. Oh well, we'll have another chance. I think I've had enough of... No, actually we can explore so many things. Let's go and explore the rest of Viva Mexico. There, that would work. Home appliances, maybe we can have something else. Let's see. Nope, that's the only one. Alright. We need to rush it. It's an urgent delivery, but I think we can handle it. When did Tesla become a logistics company? Well, you're only transporting truck parts, car parts maybe? It's not a lot since it's on a hill. 10 or 15 minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it was like, have you guys been to Malaysia? There's like Batu Caves where you climb a huge, like, I don't know, 1,000 steps or something to reach the top, and you're treated to a nice religious area, like a shrine or something, with monkeys trying to steal your food and water. Two-stroke air fuel. Fuel in mix, pump in stroke, and exhaust out. I'll have to research on that. I don't really get the mechanics. I'm really poor with the technical details. Hardware, I'm not the best at. That's why I went with computer science and not engineering. So I pretty much can understand coding very fast. But computer parts, mixing them up or recognizing them and installing them, that is a harder skill for me. I have to really study it, get used to it. It doesn't come second nature, unlike coding. Home appliances, there we go. No other options, unfortunately, but that should be fine. Also, the thing I don't like about this truck is it's seemingly incompatible with advanced trailer coupling. But you know what, let's give it one more go. Maybe it does work and maybe it just didn't work the first time. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Advanced trailer coupling. Maybe it was the trailer that was not working. Blue and yellow finish. That shouldn't look too bad. Doesn't seem to work, although admittedly that is not the best alignment. Let's see. 4 strokes, air fuel in stroke, compressed stroke, spark stroke, exhaust stroke. Wow, that gets really technical. No, doesn't support it. I have to turn it off. You wish you could explore more of Asia. Yeah. Even I wish I could explore more of Asia. Specifically, Japan and Korea. In terms of color, it's not the best matching one. But I'll take it. But it's the same for me, going to Europe or US. So expensive. Gladly though, things have been starting to ramp up, if you could call it that. Like budget airlines, direct flights, so many different companies, so a lot of competition going on, a lot of supply on airline choices, flight choices. So flights are getting cheaper and cheaper. Like if you would compare how much the airfare costs, like maybe 10 years before as to now, you would be surprised, I would guess. So remember, going to the US before was like a dream. Like it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Now it's still not cheap, but it's not like a thing you do only one time. Maybe. Oh come on. You haven't even crossed the curb. And there's no line. Ah. How heavy is this? 26 tons, alright. Let's start from the first gear then. Toys R Us. Japan is pretty crowded, yeah. I am really excited to see how the discipline works though, because even imagine that crowded space, but still, based on what I've been hearing, they're the most disciplined people, very courteous people. So imagine that chaos when you see all the people in there, but still everyone is courteous and very accommodating. That's like an unbelievable thing for me. Normally, in a very crowded place, you would expect the people to be rushing about, super rude or something, but doesn't seem like that in Japan. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I'll let you guys know for sure. And I'll try to share as much as possible. Photos, videos, everything. You lived in Asia. Nice. In which part did you live in? And how was it? If you were to visit Japan, you would want to be in a diaper. Too many people and too few washrooms. Is that true? Too few washrooms. I'll be sure to let you know if I experience the same thing. Your generalized anxiety and ADHD do not like too busy and crowded places. I can completely understand that. Even I don't like crowded places. Like, if you're in Singapore, Singapore gets very crowded in the weekends. Not so in... please go in. Doesn't want to. Not so much in public transportation. But if you go to the malls on a weekend, my goodness. It's absolutely horrendous. So many people. The air conditioning is very nice though, so you don't really get hot or sticky or whatever. But it's still crowded. And it's not relaxing. So I always get tired when we go out, when we have to shop for something, because of all the people around. South Korea is in crisis after their president was kicked out. Oh yes, I heard about that. Did you guys see that interview with the Korean expert where his kids barged in while he was having the conference at BBC? That was priceless. That's like super relatable to me, even though I don't have kids. That's every guy who works from his home's problem. Oh, nice view. Awesome morning. Japan would be a good place to try a live vlog. Maybe I can try it out. We'll see. We'll see how the connection should be nice. Connection should be pretty stable. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I could vlog a bit at the usual streaming time. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's a good idea. I'll try it out. We'll see if we can manage something. Hopefully we get there in time for the cherry blossoms, because we'll be arriving at the last week where cherry blossoms are blooming. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it, if we'll be able to see them, but crossing my fingers. Oh man, the road up ahead looks a bit unfriendly. I have to slow down. 7th gear, come in, thank you. Don't like to be in airplanes either. I get the sentiment. It can get quite paranoid. Yeah. Is that the term? I think so. They're quite nice. One sec. Let me just gear up here. There. Gear down rather. We were on a train and didn't know that only half of the train was continuing. Oh what? Like half of the train was going to be left behind at the station. That's interesting. Luckily, they recognized that you were unsuspecting foreigners and helped you to get to the right place. In Singapore, we have that, but the entire train stops. So you don't really have a choice. Everyone would get out, and some personnel from the station would come in and push you out of the station, the train. Not really push literally, but you get what I mean. Did you see the mom slide in? Which one is this? Oh yeah. The video. Yes. It's hilarious. We probably played that around, I don't know, 20 or 30 times, just analyzing every detail because it was so funny. Like first the guy was super serious, and then this kid in a yellow sweater comes in, just dancing about and then stopping in front and then eating something. And then her baby brother or sister walks in with using a walker. I think that's what it's called. And then their mom comes in. That's brilliant. And then everyone's just in the way already, and then their dad is like doesn't know what to do. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's go over the water and then let's take a photo. Although crap, this isn't the best trailer I remembered. But we'll just zoom out so the trailer isn't that visible. The only person who might had any luck getting into an airplane. Oh. Who was it, Jesse? Clean road, yeah. Very nice. Actually, that bit of road that we drove in was a bit SES feel. So I really like it. That one is how it feels when I drive in the rescaled SES roads. So I really like that bit. Look at that. Look at that. Thumbnail worthy, definitely. Can you have one more? Maybe the widest field of view. Focusing on which view would be best. From here, I guess. Something like that. This doesn't work. That could work. Kinda. She dumped you. Ah, I get it. Sorry to hear that, Jesse. Yeah, it's kind of hard if you're really anxious when it comes to riding planes because you get kind of limited with your options. Like, how would you travel? I've heard of a story though. Actually, I know the persons. I know the actual persons involved. They told me this story. So there's this lady who's really afraid of flying, and she lives in Europe. So she doesn't really miss out that much, because when she needs to get into another country, she just takes a train instead, because Europe has a very developed train system, and she can get to other countries in Europe just by trains. So it's not that much of a problem. Although, and rip, what happened? There we go. Although, there came a time when she had to go to the US for a project, and she didn't want to go. So I was working with her, and we discovered that she had a fear of flying, so she couldn't go. So we worked around it fine. And then later on, she found someone, a special someone, yeah, who is staying in the US, staying in the same place where the work is. Yeah. And after that, she had no problems flying anymore. Like I saw the pictures. Wow. I saw the pictures. I think I didn't double clutch then. I saw the pictures when she took her first flight, and she said yes, she was scared, but then it was so worth it when she met with the guy. So until now they're together, and it's a very unlikely love story. I wouldn't have expected that they would find each other, but it's a very it somehow seems like from the movies, actually, because of how nice the story goes. It's cool. Wait a minute, Jesse. Your ex passed away. For real. Sorry about that. Hey Aiden. Sorry to hear that. Hope you're doing fine now. At least a little bit better. I really like the winding roads here. Now this is a real pleasure to drive in. I like this part. This is my favorite part so far. Let's turn off the lights. We don't need it anymore. Do we even have analog clocks? An analog clock in this cab? Can anyone help me with looking at the dials? The W900 had an analog clock and it was perfect. Don't see anything here though. That's unfortunate. Faster? If you look at the lower left, you see my foot on the accelerator. You see how hard I'm stepping on the accelerator. There, that green bar. That is the best I can offer. So now I have living proof. I have actual proof that I'm stepping on the gas as much as I can. You like how the road tilts so you don't tip over. Oh, that's actually a good point. Yeah, I didn't really notice that before. Or at least I noticed it, but I didn't quite get what it was for. That's nice. That's how bikes do it, right? When they turn, they lean left or right. So they don't really need to turn their, how do you say, their front wheels. They just tilt left or right and they turn already. The bottom left info box is cool. Thank you, glad you like it. That's my personal creation. I don't think anyone has it yet because I coded that on my own. I did the skins on my own. Although I must admit the skins are pretty primitive for now, but I think they're kind of simple, but I think they're doing their job well. So I'm glad you like it. Because that's my main goal. I want you guys to see what's happening behind the wheel, because I don't have a wheel cam, I don't have a pedal cam, but then I want to show you guys when I'm doing double clutch so you can analyze it. Maybe it could help you, or maybe it could help me if you can see something wrong I'm doing. So I really wanted to show you what's happening with the pedals and with the stick. So the stick here in the second window on the lower left, that is reflecting the actual position my shifter is in, regardless if I'm shifting right or wrong. And just for example, if I go to the 6th gear, it reflects there, even though in the truck it didn't really shift into gear, if you get what I mean. There we go, 5th gear. Rip. Okay. Emma knew you moved out of Ottawa on March. I should put it in the Steam Workshop. It's not a direct mod though, it's a plugin. It's a skin for the telemetry SDK, telemetry plugin by Funbit. I can share it, I can put it on share mods, but not yet. I would like to do some more tweaks on it and observe it. But yes, that's a good plan. Share it with everyone eventually when I'm ready. It wouldn't really benefit other people so much though, especially if you're driving alone. If you're showing it to someone, that would be perfect. Like if you're streaming, making a video or something, that would be perfect. But if you're only driving by yourself, It's not really helpful because I actually don't see that. If I look at my game screen, I don't have that lower left window. That lower left window is only available for you guys. So it's only for the stream specifically. Second gear, please. Thank you. Oh, come on. There we go. How do I get paid for ads on Twitch? I don't. That's what sucks. I'm not a Twitch partner, so I don't really get paid by Twitch. YouTube ads, I do get paid, but Twitch, nada. It all builds up though. You know, the idea is you get big enough that when you apply for a partnership, Twitch recognizes you. And when you become a partner, that's when you'll earn something. But you don't really earn from the beginning. Wow. Okay, feel free to stop in front of me. Thank you. Up. Rip. The Mile High Climbing Club sounds like fun. What is that? Hey Anas. You think I should drive a fastest truck, you mean? A faster truck? Yeah, maybe. But I think this speed is anyway nearing my limits. Now for sure we can drive faster, but also in a different road. You can't really drive that fast in this windy road, especially with that kind of load behind you. It wouldn't be wise. You've been in Smith's Fall for 2 years as of March 28, 2017. How are you liking it, Jesse? I hope it's been great for you. My truck sounds like a Harley. It does, doesn't it? That's true. That's where I kind of recognize it. It does sound like a proper bike, if you could call it that. It sounds real. So is this how DD engine sounds like? And what does DD stand for again? Detroit Diesel? It's not really familiar to me. You're bored there. Well, at least you can watch streams and go to YouTube and stuff. That's what I do mostly. So let me share what's a daily thing for me. So I do work from home. So most of the day I stay at home. I do go out for gym, for eating out, for spending some quality time with my wife. But on a normal day, on a normal work day, in the morning, I either stream like this, or I make some videos, and then at lunch I make some sandwich and eat it at home here, and then I just play some streams, some YouTube, keep myself company. But I'm alone most of the day. So actually when our friends, most of my friends and colleagues get light of the situation, they always ask me, don't you get bored? Doesn't that get lonely that you're just alone? But then again, I have you guys. And being an introvert and being a guy who gets tired easily when lots of people are around, I think it's not too bad. I don't really yearn for more interaction. Maybe every now and then, but not on a daily basis. So having a pace like this is okay with me. I like this setup. That's what I'm trying to say. you miss buses. You heard? What the heck? You try and overtake me, you crash into me, and then you charge me for a crashing fee. Now that's corruption right there, because that was a cop car, wasn't it? Was trying to overtake me. Wow, the nerve of that guy. But this is a really nice view. I like this. I think this is the best area in the Viva Mexico map so far. I always have to approve that word, Samtel, because Twitch is catching it by default. Sorry, yeah, I have to go out of the game for it. And now I lost my gear as well. So when I go out of the game, it gets out of gear. Look at that! What the heck was that? What's happening with the AI here? What the heck? Did you guys see that? Insane. Careful downhill. Yeah. Sounds like a lot of semis in US. Ah, interesting. Working on a coach sim. Yeah, they've been working for it for quite a few years, I think. But no one really has any news about it. So I don't think it's really something on the near horizon. Maybe it's just like a dream, you know, a fantasy. Rip. Damn Mexican cops. Fifth gear, please. I need you. Don't fail me now. Rip. Pardoni. Nah. So let's start again. Let's start fresh. Hopefully my trailer can handle it. My truck can handle it. There we go. Do I use SweetFX? I do not. SweetFX is very nice in terms of adding a filter to your graphics, makes it more realistic. But it's not very friendly for streaming, for making videos. Because it kind of gets in the way of video encoding. So it makes the file very large, makes it very hard to play. So it's not very friendly for YouTubers and streamers. But if you're driving on your own, I'd recommend you give it a try at least. It is a very interesting... Wow, look at this hill. It gives a very interesting effect to the visuals. Forgot to switch the range. Does my wife have to work hard to get you out? That's a good question. I don't think she does. Because I myself would like to go out from time to time. It's actually a welcome change to me. Wow, look at this truck. And what kind of... Okay. And isn't it, correct me if I'm wrong, what do these lines signify? Broken line on the left, solid line on the right. Isn't it that you cannot overtake on this side we're on? Isn't it? Isn't that what it means? So I don't get why the AI does that. So it's probably this road isn't programmed to work how those lines should make the AI act. Ooh, noisy. Rip. Super sharp bend. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Still alive. Trailer still intact. Trailer got damaged though. Crap. 2%. I'm not sure if that's when it got damaged or earlier. When we crashed, or when the cop car crashed into us. Do I have a different computer for my work? Yes. So I have a personal desktop. That's where I do the gaming and streaming. Only one desktop for both gaming and streaming. and then I have a laptop for work. That one is provided by the company. I would love to have just one, but some of the stuff in my work laptop is encoded. You know, you can't just replicate it in your desktop, so I don't have much of a choice there. If the broken line is opposite you, they can overtake and you can't. So we should not be able to overtake, right? So the AI is derping it up. I blame them. It might be the map maker needs to adjust the parameters or the settings for this road. It seems like the AI can still overtake. And I'm not even sure if that's supported by the SES, the default game. If you can say AI cars can overtake on this side but not on the other. I know there's a setting where they can't overtake, like in this bit no one should be able to overtake, but I'm not sure if I can do it just on one side. That would be interesting to know. Most introverts don't want to go out, almost never want to go out of their comfort zone. I'm kind of like that, but I guess I'm not well, I guess every one of us, no one is a complete 100% introvert or 100% extrovert. No one is like that, I don't think. Everyone has a certain mix of introversion and extroversion. And for me, I guess I'm mostly an introvert, but I do like to hang out with people sometimes. The operative word being sometimes. I like hanging out with my friends, but I'm not really a fan of meeting new people. Because it's awkward, you know, it's tiring. But then again, if you don't meet new people, how can you meet friends? So it's kind of necessary. But yeah, I just have to force myself to go out of my comfort zone time and time again. If it is toward you and they have a solid, you can overtake but they can't. Oh, wait. Oh, right, yes. So I understood that correctly, correct? Two solids, no passing, that's clear. Middle line is also yellow, so you can tell if you're going the correct way. Middle line is also yellow, so you can tell if you're going the correct way. I don't quite get that statement, because if the yellow line is in the middle, regardless which way you're facing, it would still be in the middle, right? So I don't quite get that. I'm missing something. Kenworth, yes, a K100 from CyrusTheVirus. If you want to download it for yourself, you can type !mods and you should be able to get a list of all my mods with their respective links. Missed it a bit. Yeah, I'm hanging out with you now. That's true, Sivman. So I do like hanging out with people, just not the entire day, because I do need some time to recharge and have some alone time. But yes, I am not a complete introvert, so I like talking with people at some point. The truck looks really cool, I like it. Oh, I am feeling a brake check coming soon. It's getting a bit laggy, isn't it? One of your ex-girlfriends was an introvert. Introvert with Avengers? Wait. Asperger's. Okay. I read that wrong. I was thinking it was a typo. I'm not sure what that means. I know it's a kind of condition, but I don't know what it stands for, or what that entails. You'll have to remind me. And wanted nothing ever with you much. wanted everything perfect. So she was your girlfriend, but she didn't want to have anything to do with you? How does that work? The yellow will always be on the left. Ah, yes, that's true. I get it. So you know if you're driving on the right side, at the very least, I guess. Okay, almost there. Wow, it's getting laggy in here. Many objects, I'm assuming. Yeah, but currently my main problem with the overlay is it's taking a bit of toll on the CPU. I think it's a bug with the server itself, the telemetry server. I'll have to work that out. So I need all the CPU power I can get. I don't really have the best CPU. And that adding on top of everything else makes the game a bit laggier for you guys. So if you get in the left lane, you'll have a yellow line on the left. Right. Okay, I think I got it. Do I have a GTX 1060? No, I have a GTX 970, the older generation. I would love to upgrade, but monies. This truck seems to be very fuel economic though. Crap, we're late. Man. Okay, I have to hurry. I was planning on gassing up first, but looks like it won't be possible. Speed bumps. You tend to get a little more introverted when you're under the weather or stressed. Yeah, I guess that's normal. Same with me. When you're tired, I don't think anyone would be up for a chit chat when they're stressed or tired. Or come to think of it, maybe yes, maybe some people do. But yes, I'm the same. When I'm tired, I just want some alone time and rest. And this looks like a blindside reverse. Rip. Okay. Can be oververted. I mean extroverted? Does that work? Wow, that's bright. Let's go and adjust a bit. That seems a bit too close to the other trailers, methinks. I'll get back on the chat, guys, right? Just give me some time to park this up properly. This doesn't bode well. But this is a good step forward. So we're getting there, bit by bit. Really nice engine sounds, I like it. Very bassy when you go outside. Cannot see the line at all from this view. I think I should try out one of those, what do they call them? FOV mirrors. Because it seems like this one. It's not really that useful, is it? there it is. Yep, there we go. Almost there. Okay, that's progressing quite well. Just align it like so. And we should be good to go, I think. Okay, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. Yep. Late. Crap, lost a lot there. Lost around 5k from the damage and being late. Fine. Get run down. Ow. But if you sit still too long, you're totally bored. It's a bit of a dilemma, isn't it? I usually like to chill out more. Like I would say 80%, 90% of the time, I prefer to chill. I prefer chill music, acoustic, you know, just hang out. Well, that was a nice drive. Do we still have time? I think we have time for one more. Maybe we can get to some area in here. Let's see. Just my mic a bit. That's going back the same way. We can go with computers. That's urgent again though. I think I like that. We can go with that, home accessories. Or this one. This one would be interesting. Wait a minute. If we have a look at that expires in 15 minutes though. If we have a look at the map, we came from up here. So what we would have to do is go back and then go right. I don't think I like that. I think I like to go on a proper highway now. We've had enough of hilly bits. So let's take something which will go here. So in this we can discover Obregon and Hermosillo. That one or this one. Let's take this one. Let's just chill. I might exceed over the 11 o'clock limit, but let's work on this job. Need to rest in 4 hours, that's fine. We can get the job first. And I think the job is here. The UPS is here. UPS trailer. Somewhere. That's true. Yeah, that would help. This one, yeah. So we have a couple of options. Heartland Express, FedEx. Let's take that one. What does my boss think? Oh, that's the one. Okay, that's cool. Well, I have colleagues who know. They ask me about it from time to time. How it's going, you know. It's really interesting how when you share with someone how the inside of YouTube works, because there's so much more happening in the background than what's visible to the eye. The good thing about my company is we don't really have a fixed time. I've been with my company for almost 10 years. So even when I was back in the Philippines, I already worked for the same company. And ever since, the same team. So we have like a family already. At least for those who stayed. And what's nice about it is we don't really have strict shifts, timing. Not really that particular with the time. Of course, when you have a meeting, you have to adhere with the time. But normally, that is a very nice trailer. I like it. Normally, it would be okay for you to adjust your schedule as long as you get the job done, which is basically what it should be, right? I mean, you shouldn't be staying in the office for the sake of staying in the office. You should be staying in the office to work, and you're able to do what you need to do in a shorter amount of time. Then that should be a benefit to you. That should be a plus to you. Now, if you're doing the job longer, then that's something you need to work on. You lose out on it. But then again, that's room for improvement. So either way, it balances itself out. That's why I really like the model, the results-oriented model. It's very, very practical. Unfortunately, I guess most of the companies in Singapore don't act the same way. Singapore companies are very old school, very old fashioned, that they are they normally tend to look at the number of hours as a sign of being a hard worker. So if they see a person who is staying up till 9 p.m., they would automatically have more plus points for that guy regardless of what he's doing. Maybe, of course, they also look at the work itself, but staying late is already a plus, which should not be, in my opinion. So they have that notion that working longer means you are doing more, when sometimes it's not really the case. Yeah, that's something I hope would be carried out in all companies in the future. How many hours do I need to work in a week? That's exactly it. There are no specific hours. Strictly speaking, it's like any other company, 8 hours a day. But then, no one really keeps track of it, Don't need to batch in, batch out. You just have to get the job done. You are given an amount of work good for one person, and it depends on you how long you finish it. If you manage to do it faster, then you get some free time. If you manage to do it slower, then you get to lose a bit of time. But it's all up to you. So I really like that model. It gives a very good incentive to work hard and to work efficiently. How much have you ever spent on games? You mean in terms of money or time? In terms of money, you mean all the games? I'm not sure. I don't think it's that much though, because I don't really buy that many games. If you look at my channel, I do get some games from time to time, but it's maybe 1 or 2 games a month. I thought there was something flying over there. Apparently it was raining. Perfect shifting. In terms of time though, I would say a lot. I'm still thinking about the on-the-road trucking game. I really have so many high hopes for it. I've been watching the forums, the news on it. It seems like the developers are quite active. So it looks like they do interact with their community or the people who post in the forums. But it's just don't really understand. Wow, that's super fast. We just have one setting in the wiper. Wow, okay. Squirrel hated on the road. Well, he did see it way back, right? A few months back. But then again, to be fair, it didn't really change that much from what I've seen. Still looks really clunky. But I guess it's a matter of how much the developers are willing to work on it and how much the publisher is willing to I'm not sure how you say it, because sometimes publishers can get a bit pushy from what I see. Like if they say, okay, you only have until this time to release, you only have until this time to finish, then the developers will have a deadline. And if they have a deadline, they'll either rush the stuff too much that they don't get anything in, or maybe they get some things in but it's not really quality content, you know. That's what's good about SCS. We can complain all we like that they don't push out stuff, have so many things we want to be implemented, they're not working hard, or that's how it seems to us, they're working so slow. But we are assured when they release something, it's going to be good. That's what I like about them. They sacrifice the release dates. They don't have a fixed release date because they are more focused on the quality they bring out. And that's what's useful when you are your own publisher, I think. I think they are, right? They don't really have a specific publisher other than themselves. He tried it last week after Farm Sim. Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't know that. Did he try it on stream? I have to catch that. Hey, what's happening? I was on the wrong range. Crap. This is why I want an SKRS shifter. So I would know which range I'm in. Low, high range. Low, high splitter. So Sam, when did he try it exactly? I'll catch the VOD later. I want to take a look at it. You have lost a lot of working efficiently, but you feel like you're stuck in a job that you really do not like. Cleaning, food garbage, and sweeping the parking lot. Hey Kavane, how are you? Yeah, Jesse, well, it has to be the right balance, doesn't it? Right balance between being able to pay your bills and getting job fulfillment. Maybe you can start working towards something that you would like to do. But don't just quit and not have anything to replace it. That will be a bit risky. Some people do it though. It's a case-to-case basis. There's really no straight-up rule for it. I like the wipers. If only they would work slower. It's kind of hypnotizing how they work. And they work opposite sides to each other. Instead of going the same way, they work opposite ways. It's quite interesting. It's hypnotizing to look at. You can just get in a trance. I don't think you should look at it like that, Jesse. A lot of times, I do have some tendencies as well to take a look at it like that, like what have I accomplished? I'm this age, I should be this and this right now. But then everyone has a different pace, and we just have to accept that each of us have their own skill set. Each of us will have different luck. So it doesn't really make sense to compare yourself to others, or maybe you have too much of of a high standard. So what my point is, I guess you should continue striving to be better, but don't be pressured if you aren't where you are currently, where you want to be. You'll get there. Just keep on pushing on. That's what I would say. Thankfully, the rain stopped. Looks much better now. We should get another shot in. Maybe we can pass through some nice sceneries again. Yes, you see this bit of road. This road is pretty nice looking, right? It's pretty all the vegetation on the side. The road is cool, the textures are nice. There are cracks on the road, looks really realistic. We're just missing the leveling. So it's too straight from what in my opinion. There are no like ups and downs, like minor level adjustments, which would, I guess, make sense in a normal scenario, but it would be much harder to model in, I would agree, because you'd have to put in every single curve and every single slope, and it would be just much easier to have it on a straight line or a straight level. You do have a support pension for mental challenges. That's good. At least it helps you a bit. Yeah, it's a bit hard. You'll find it, Jesse. Wishing you all the best. That you find it. Whatever it is you're looking for. Whether it be love or career or just happiness in general. I do need to sleep now. Now, I did mention this last stream. I have the force feedback plugin enabled. And as part of that, my LEDs for my wheel are configurable. Right now, I set it up to light up when my driver is feeling sleepy, so when he needs some rest. And right now, I see it's in the red zone. Unfortunately, I didn't see that a while ago because my mic was in the way. So, I only saw it now. Too late. So, we might have to... Let's see. Oh, there's something here. That's perfect. Yeah, sleep there. And is that... Wait. Is that a city? Yes, it is. I'm going to miss it again. So go there and then go here. Like that. Okay. I think that works. Wow, rip. Last time when you were tired of working outside. Yeah, you'll find it. Just keep on looking. Gas tank filling. Less than half. Can still manage, but yes, if we're resting, might as well gas up. Is this a... I would assume this is a sunset. What time is it? 7:30. Yeah. So the truck is not perfect. No retarder, no advanced trailer coupling. But aside from that, it is a pretty cool mod. And a very nice addition to the trucking, how do you say, repertoire? Wanted it to be perfect. Now it's perfectly messed up. Okay, let's go and sleep here. Guaymas discovered. Oh, okay. We don't have to explore anymore the other areas. Can you fit? Yeah, we kind of hit the rail there. Just snagged it a bit. Maybe not just a bit, huh? What are we hitting? There we go. Maybe more important, set up LED for the fuel. Well, fuel is not really that critical for me. I've never run out of fuel in all my hours of playing. So I don't get to the point that I literally run out. I always notice it beforehand. So much more critical for me is the sleeping, because I've had a couple of knockouts already. Why don't the lights above light up? Or do they? They don't. Huh, that's too bad. Oh wait. Oh, they do. They do. Okay, they're just very faint. I see. Alright. Very beautiful engine sound. I kind of get the feeling that it's getting over-revved though, even though it's not, because of how loud it is. But I like it. Awesome. I might go back to a lower bitrate next time, guys, because I think some people are having a hard time viewing the stream. I am at 3000 now. I think 2.5 will work wonders. Maybe we can go back straight then there. We can stop over here and fuel up. Discover that. Yeah, and then that way. No, that way. No, that way. Oh, come on. 2 and 3 and 4. There we go. So we can fuel up. Oh, actually, that's where we're going. Ah, okay. Then we park it up. We fuel up. And then we... Wait a minute. I just realized something. If I look at my garage manager, I think I just... Okay, I didn't. Alright. I was thinking where I put my truck, where I bought my garage, and good thing we bought it at Phoenix, because I don't want to buy a garage in map mod. I only want garages at official areas, so that whenever we switch mods, none of the garages would bug out or get destroyed. And I just realized we do have one space for a driver, I think, because we have a truck where no one is driving it, I believe. Yeah, that one. The W900. You never bounce back fully. Being followed at work. Why was she following you? Was she trying to help you or something? Assist you? Wow, look at this guy. First time I've seen a pro driver. An actual experienced driver. Yeah, let's get that guy. Why not? Donald T. He would be worthy for the W900. You would be owning Phoenix on your own. You would be my manager there. Marek can go balance now. Okay. How much does my fleet driver make? Let's see. Profit per day around 6k, 8k, 7k, around 5 to 8k each person, and we have around 13 drivers. So that's really earning the money already. Hey, Saikuren. New update. Not really an update, but a new plugin that I developed. If you look at on the lower left of the screen, that is my custom plugin. So you guys can see if I'm stepping on the clutch, if I am gassing up or whatever, and which gear I'm in terms of shift stick of the shifter. Can I squeeze in, please? No. Wow, absolutely no one is giving way. There we go. Double clutching for the win. And right as I say that, oftentimes it's when I call out things, it's when they fail. I hate it. Why don't you have this truck? Ah, you mean the truck. The truck is a mod. It's the K100 from CyrusTheVirus. You have to download it and enable it manually. If you want the link, type !mods, and that should give you the list of all the mods I have. It should have a list of the trucks I'm using, and there is a line there which says Kenworth K100 by CyrusTheVirus. That's the one I'm using right now. Oh, that XGF followed totally distracted me. Felt claustrophobic. Wasn't healthy for you, huh? Now that I'm thinking about it, let me know what you think about this idea, guys. So we have the overlay down below, right? In there, you can see already clutch, brake, throttle, which gear I'm in, what's the position of the shifter currently. But then, what would you think of if I put another bar there, maybe for the RPMs? I would have a marker for the 1500 RPM. I would have the bar from lowest RPM to highest RPM. And then you can see if I'm shifting at 1500 how far I'm going below. I might just try that. Make it my next step in this project. So you can see everything already, not only the shifting, but the actual revs I'm shifting at, which is very important when trying to match gears. But then you'd probably also need to see the speed, and that might be too much info already, so I'm not really sure if you would like that. Am I at 65? Oh yeah, I'm super fast. Too fast. RPM marker, yes. Okay. How about speed? Do you need speed as well? The only problem there is I might have too much info on the lower left already. That you might get distracted and you might not look at the screen anymore. You might just look at that lower left and make it more like a statistics game rather than a beautiful game as it is right now. So there is that caveat. I can also make the rev show up in numbers. I think I can. Yeah, it should be possible. It's actually much easier. Just have to think of a layout that's good. So maybe put it next to the throttle, in between the shifter and the throttle there. Maybe put that in between. Put it in a different position. I can? Where do you think it's best to put it in? I could put it in the middle instead in the lower left, but then it would kind of obstruct the truck view. You wouldn't see this truck anymore because it would be covered. So I was thinking putting it in lower left so it doesn't get in the way of anything. You don't need a speed marker. Alright. So maybe just the revs. Let me try to put that in for next time. Although yes, I am out on Friday. Although on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, I will still be streaming. We'll see if I'll still be streaming Truck Sim then, or maybe Oni, or I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's getting a bit laggy. Hermosillo, yeah. There we go. Experiment. But in the middle or right where the shifter is. Let me see. Because if I put it on the right where the shifter is, it might get in the way of this route advisor. That's the problem there. And the problem is I can't brake on time. Actually, I did. Just on the wrong lane. I can put it right there, right beside the route advisor. That might work. Let's try it now after we deliver this. Crossing lanes, blocking everyone. Okay, let's try it. Let me mark the original position. It's 2953, so I can restore it easily. 2953. Alright, and then let's try to move it to the right. Oh, that's low. 200. 2000? It's beyond. Say 1500. That's too much. 1200. Okay. We can work with that. And then just nudge it out a bit. How about there? Would that work for you guys? How long did you know your wife before you thought about dating? Well, we knew each other from work. That's where we met. We got together maybe after a year. So after a year, started getting attracted, getting to know the person, and then we started dating, and then we got together. And then how many years? Maybe 6 years? Yes, 6 years, and then we got married. So I proposed to her 5 years. Wow, that actually didn't let me go. I proposed to her 5 years after we were together. Look at this, they're actually giving way. How nice these people. It's basically where your in-game feet and shifter are. It works. I can keep it there. I'm good with that. And it's actually much more visible for you guys as well, huh? And it doesn't get in the way if I turn on the route advisor. I'm okay with that. A Kenny dealer has been discovered. Thank you. Slow and sturdy way can be the best. Yeah, totally up for that. Yeah, it doesn't help when you rush into things. Sometimes I just love hearing the sound of the engine. Just hearing it purr like that. Minus the grinding sounds, that is. And the indicator sounds, everything, all those minor details, they all just add up to form a very beautiful driving experience. The music helps a lot too. Like when I'm not streaming, I do have Truckers FM turned on. Yeah, it's just sad that I can't use it on stream because my VOD will get blocked. I won't be able to post it in YouTube, and it will get muted in Twitch. But if I had the choice, I would definitely turn on Truckers FM. I like the concept of Truckers FM. Volunteers who are working on making a real radio station for truckers, for virtual truckers mainly. Then they have this nice playlist, DJs, they rely on donations, things like that. I only started listening to them because I just started driving again outside the stream. But it's cool. If you have a chance to try it out, it should be part of the game itself in the radio stations. So you don't need to set up anything. You just go to the radio stations and play it inside the game. Going fast can be interesting, but 8 days into any new relation was a bit too fast above. Yeah. You know, in a relationship, there's often this, how they call it, honeymoon period. When the first time you get together with someone, everything is perfect. You're in heaven. Everything, she does everything you like. She's the most adorable person in the whole wide universe. She doesn't do anything wrong. Everything she do is perfect. That's the honeymoon phase. But then, you'd have to get past that and get to know her quirks, because everyone does. No one's perfect, right? And you have to get to know her enough, for enough of a time, for you to discover that those quirks and make sure you still love her for it. And if you do, then that's your sign. But that's why I don't recommend getting into relationships quick and then committing already, like getting married after only, I don't know, a few weeks or even a few months, because that's basically still the honeymoon phase where everything is fine and dandy. I wonder where that weird light comes from. If you see the trailer, there's a bit of lit area. It's interesting. Seems like a lighting set from the trailer. This is a modded trailer, I believe. Also, I'm quite interested to see this. I did look at the screenshots for this trailer pack. And it has a thing when you, with the open trailer, I don't think it opens though. Must be bugged. Little damage, it's okay. We are beyond the time already. But let me just do one quick look around this place. Maybe we can go and fuel up in here. And then I'm happy. There's a bus station again. It would be interesting what the Viva Mexico modder would find there. And why is my trip distance in yards now? Ah, okay. So it's a bit short, it's just in yards, but if it gets long, it becomes miles. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog, wow, it's been a while since I played that game. Doing good. Thanks for joining. How are you? Unfortunately, we're about to end the stream, but glad you were still able to arrive with me live. Oh man. Yeah, so I'll try adding an RPM gauge to that overlay we have down below. And maybe that would be even better. And then if you have any ideas or comments about the appearance, the size of the text, or whatever, do let me know, okay? I'm open to suggestions. It's basically a work in progress, and maybe when it's polished up, I can share it in the forum so other streamers can make use of it as well. Yeah, you are Sonic after all. You're great. Good to hear. Wow, that was much easier to break. And we didn't even see R2D2 turning around, huh? Because he was so out of the way, we never saw him. Maybe I should have put him there. But then again, doesn't quite fit here, does he? Also, that Eevee doesn't quite fit, to be honest. Probably get rid of those the next time. Whoa, rip. Dating too hard or dating not hard enough? Well, definitely. Yeah, that would be difficult. When the person also has a bit of a mismatch there. But yeah, I guess it would help if you don't force it. Sometimes when you force it, I don't know really. I'm not the best person to give advice, but from my opinion, if you're asking for it, I don't like forcing things. You know, specifically looking for someone. Maybe I go out, I try to mix more, just give more opportunities, but not with the intention of really finding someone. It's more with the intention of going out there and meeting people, making friends more than if someone happens to come by, which would be more of a friend to you and her feeling the same way, then that would be perfect. But if not, then you get to make a lot of more friends, which is win-win. Yeah, so basically my approach is more on the friend side first. As long as you don't get friend zoned, that is. Make friends first before dating or dating anyone, trying to date anyone. Because trying to be friends with someone, you would also get to know them better. Well, that's a nice parking. That actually fits. Even with the shade from the sun. That's perfect. Where am I at? I am in Mexico, I believe. Yeah, Hermosillo. So I do have the Viva Mexico mod enabled. So this entire bit here is new. And so far I'm liking it, especially this part in here. The roads are windy and beautiful to drive in. The view is nice as well. Anxiety keeps you from spending too much money. That's good. That's good. Don't spend too much money. Yeah. Anyway, glad I could keep you company somehow. Hope I'm able to help sometimes. But yes, thank you for sharing your thoughts and your feelings, and glad you could hang out here, Jesse. And for everyone else as well who's still in the stream, thank you for joining. Sonic, glad you made it. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for staying with me. Hope you liked the stream, hope you enjoyed it. I surely did. Catch you guys next time. So just as a reminder, I am out next week, Friday. And then the week after that, fully, I'm out as well. But I'll try to make some videos in between in YouTube. But yes, no streams. So the last stream for the next 2 weeks will be on Wednesday. And maybe will be in ATS or ATS2 or some other game, not really sure. But if you have any suggestions, do let me know, okay? I'm open to ideas as always. Anyway, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks, and till then, clumsy trucking, everyone. Let me just go inside the cab because it's going to get a bit noisy. That's how the air horn sounds, by the way. And if it's a bit noisy inside, imagine how much more noisier it would be from outside. So I kind of saved you from that one. But thank you. No good at live stream transport fever. We can. Let's see. I'm open to that. Right. Thanks everyone, and have a nice day. Clumsy Trucking. See you next week. Bye-bye. Doesn't work. One sec. Here we go. Bye for real now.